acting world, Barbara Eden has been defined by one role, the bubbly, harem pants-wearing Jeannie from I Dream of Jeannie. Now, the hit TV series is loved as much today in reruns as it was when it first premiered, and on the eve of her upcoming Australian tour, Barbara sat down with Craigie Bennett for this TV exclusive.
It was 1965 when a 2,000-year-old Jeannie emerged from a bottle and cast a spell on TV viewers right around the world.
Somehow I must find a way to please thee, master.
In the blink of an eye, I Dream of Jeannie became a huge hit. The magic of the show was largely due to the chemistry between Barbara and Larry Hagman.
Thou hast set me free. That means that I am free to please thee, and I am going to please thee very much.
I loved working with him. It was not work, it was just, our timing was right. I can't even explain it. It was wonderful.
Are you feeling better, master?
The series was full of fun and wacky storylines.
Is that better, master?
Can you see me now, Tony?
Watch the colors fly about, exploding.
It even allowed Barbara the chance to show off her singing skills.
I studied at the San Francisco Conservatory of Music, and I used to sing in high school with dance bands around the San Francisco Bay Area.
Jeannie, we're going to have the rest of our lives alone together.
They may have enjoyed a close working and personal relationship, but Barbara was well aware that the cast and crew found Larry Hagman difficult, and his drinking and drug taking was an open secret.
He was very unhappy in the show. The minute we'd get in front of the camera, he was there. He was awake, he was there, and he was doing it.
The producers even considered replacing him with Darren McGavin. Your big heart reached out and said no.
No, my big brain said he was the best person for that part. He was wonderful in that part. It would have been a huge mistake. I'm sorry for him because he didn't like doing it. He thanked me for saving his house. He said, "Thank you for saving my house."
Barbara and Larry's sexual tension crackled for 5 madcap seasons. But the death knell came when executives decided that Major Nelson and Jeannie should marry.
Do you, Jeannie, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
I personally think when we got married, that was the end of the show.
Some 20 years later, the pair briefly reteamed on the final season of Dallas. Barbara played J.R. Ewing's embittered former lover, Leanne De La Vega.
I don't give a damn. It was my life you threw away, and it was my self-esteem you stamped out, just like that.
Well, he invited me. The last 6 I did with him, yeah.
Was that fun?
It was fun. It was a little strange, but, but it was fun. Yes, it was.
By the time Barbara landed her I Dream of Jeannie role, she was already a fixture in Hollywood. She honed her craft working with the best of the best, including Lucille Ball.
She was wonderful to me, yes. She said, you know, girls like you usually can't act, and they don't have any comedy timing. She said, it's wonderful seeing someone who could do that. It made me feel so good.
Elvis Presley.
You made me feel it the worst.
He was a lovely, lovely human being. Gentle, kind, and loved his music.
And then there was Paul Newman and those famous blue eyes.
Are you going to make a pass at me, Alfred?
Wow, they were wonderful. They were, oh my goodness, another very gracious person to work with.
Barbara also had a starring role in the short-lived How to Marry a Millionaire series, which was based on the Marilyn Monroe film of the same name. Barbara's role of Loco Jones was based on Monroe's character, and it wasn't the actress's only connection. Now, you and Marilyn Monroe shared a stand-in. Evelyn Moriarty split her time between Barbara and Marilyn. Her 2 big stars eventually met.
Evie came in and said, "Barbara, I want you to meet my other star." Marilyn was over there doing wardrobe tests. I'm standing there with Evie, and Marilyn came out, and Evie said, Marilyn, I want you to meet my other star." And I looked around, what was she talking about?
And it was you.
And yes.
And she was filming her last movie, I think,
yes.
Wasn't she, when you got to meet her?
Yes.
Evelyn confided in Barbara what she believed to be the truth behind Marilyn Monroe's death.
Evelyn said she would never take her own life. I just feel it was probably an accident. She wanted to get to sleep and took too many. That's how I hope that's what it was.
Barbara has been a regular visitor to Australia and she's about to return for a very exciting project. You're heading there for Supernova?
Yes.
And when can we expect to see you in Sydney and Perth?
The beginning of June.
I tell you something, if I could possibly ask for a favour.
Yes.
My plane's taken off. I can't get back to Australia. Do you think, after all this time, maybe just a little blink and a whatever?
Oh, you ready?
I'm ready.
Gone.
Great story again from Craigie Bennett. And Barbara will be here in June for Supernova, and fans can see her in Sydney and Perth. Head to supernova.com.au for all the details.